Welcome back to the orchard. I've been up here working all day, most of the day. It's April 9th. Figured I'd give everybody an update, whoever wants to see, whoever's going to look at this, and update the orchard, what it looks like. We got our blueberries here. They bloomed early and we had like 10-degree weather, so it killed a lot of the blooms. So that's pretty common for rabbit eye blueberries in our area. Really, it's kind of iffy to grow them in zone 7, especially in the mountain region. We're 2,200 feet elevation, zone 7A. So yeah. This is one of our nursery beds. This is our bud 9 rootstock with various grafts. And then we got our EMLA 111 bed with various grafts, and they're starting to push, which is an exciting thing. Hopefully they all take, which statistically they won't, but this is one of our stooling beds. There will be a video coming for this bud 9 EMLA 111. I do need to put a little mulch down to keep them from drying. Show you Mutsu. You got hardly any flowers this year. It is a biennial bearer, and it's showing that this year. Where there's fruit spurs and supposed to be fruit, there's just leaf clusters. So, yep. Our gala, she's blooming nicely. A lot of them have already pollinated, so they're falling off. Another gala, as you can see. Lots of blooms, and a lot of that side is already bloomed, and this side is, they don't bloom quite evenly. Mary Reed, she's got a few blooms out towards the end. I got a lot of bare wood. I'm hoping that these are going to push. If not, I'm going to bend down and try to force them. Might do a little training, show y'all in the video. Beevan's favorite. It's got quite a lot of flowers. A lot of them have been pollinated already. Still some of them coming out, being pollinated. Wolf River. We got a few blooms. This tree is going into its 4th leaf. I was hoping there would be more, but there's not. That happens this way. One of the infamous supposed to be Rome Beauties. I don't know. This one is tip bearing, if you notice the tips. So that is a sign. They say Romes are tip bearers or partial tip bearers. We'll see. This is the other one claimed to be a Rome, and it is spur bearing. And there's quite a bit of them that have already been pollinated. And there's quite a few spots that haven't been pollinated, or there's quite a few spots that haven't pushed any blooms, any fruit wood. Another of the infamous Rome trio. Yep. All tip bearing. So, I don't know. These trees didn't have fireblight on them, but that one did, so. Some extra rootstock didn't have nowhere to put them. Let them grow for a year, and then I'll put them out somewhere. Ash meets Kernel. Got a few blooms on here. Red Rebel. Got some spurs with some blooms. A few blooms on the outer parts. Yeah, this tree is 3 years old. Yeah, I want to say it's going on its 3rd leaf. Summer banana. Quite a few blossoms. Should have some good fruit. Should. We'll see. We'll see if the squirrels cause me problems. Haven't seen none lately, so that's a good sign, right? Pink Lady. This one pink lady last year was loaded. This year, not so much. So yeah. Don't know. It does have some blooms, probably like 10, 15. This one is loaded. It's got blooms everywhere, and I mean everywhere. A lot of them already been pollinated. Petals are falling off. Yeah. Another pink lady. She's loaded up nicely too. Yet another pink lady, and she's loaded up pretty well. Do have some deadwood areas. I'm probably gonna have to do some training, try to force some buds to push, but quite a few pollinated blossoms. These right here are already pollinating. You see they're starting to swell. So we'll come back and thin those to 1, probably May, or they get quarter size, whichever comes first. Oh, we got a pollinator here. Honeybee. Nice. It's the last of our pink ladies. We got 5 of them. Golden smoothie. Golden smoothie is loaded. Won't carry that much fruit. A lot of the branches are small. We'll have to thin that pretty well. King David. We got King David here, and it's got quite a few blossoms. So hopefully they all get pollinated. That'll allow us to select which ones we want to keep. Another golden smoothie. This one's got quite a few blossoms on it this year. Definitely more than it did last year. So training is coming around. Kids Orange Red. This one has more blossoms to one side than it does the other, although some of them have already been pollinated, like in here. Kind of shaded, but I'm gonna try to eke out another year, get some out of here. Yeah, some have already been pollinated. Yep. Virginia Gold. She's been mostly pollinated. There are a few blossoms still yet to come out, but a lot's already been pollinated. Terry Winter. Terry Winter. This one is a late hanging apple. Do have some blind wood here. Hopefully we can train this and get some fruit buds going. Did have to cut out a few branches because it was damaged. So lost some fruit wood. Yates. This diminutive little tree is, yeah, it's Yates. Small apples. Apparently it's a small tree. Nah, it gets shaded heavily, like I said in my other videos. Gold Rush. This poor tree is not gonna make it as good as it looks right this second. It's got some terrible damage down at the bottom of the trunk. It's nearly girdled the whole way around, so. But I did graft one and it is taking, so we have a replacement. Yay. Mammoth Black Twig. This thing is loaded with blossoms. That's one of the things with the dwarf trees like Bud 9. They produce tremendous amounts of blossoms. I mean, like, and you can see a lot of them have already been pollinated. They drop the petals. Aunt Rachel, most of this has already been pollinated. So a lot of the petals already dropped off. This tree right here probably has 150 apples on it. No joke. Have to be thinned heavily though. Arkansas Black. Looking good. Half pollinated, half still yet to go. I ended up whacking this tree off right here. This is our black, whoa, before I tell you wrong. Black limber twig. This tree had a bad lesion on this side, and you can see it rotted. It got down into the heartwood. I don't know if it's gonna make it. I doubt it. What I'm hoping though is I'm gonna get a shoot or two that I can cut and propagate just for our own use. I wouldn't try to propagate something like this and sell it knowing that it's got problems. But yeah, we'll see. I'll end up picking all the apples off of it. I won't let it bear any apples because it's just going to tax it too much. Grimes Golden. This one's been mostly pollinated already. As you can see, these right here, I didn't hardly prune any of these dwarfs. Yeah, didn't hardly do any pruning on these. They're not really necessary when I get to this. When they're bearing, because of the rootstock and the nature of the tree, it puts out very little vegetative growth unless you cut back the branches for like renewal pruning. Leftover, planted one here, Bud 9 rootstock, and another. We'll see. And you can see it's starting to push bud. See if it makes it. We got our triple crown thornless blackberry on a trellis. I don't know what's up with this leg not wanting to push. Don't know. We'll see if it ends up going or not. I expect some flower buds here soon. We got a Chester thornless, just getting ready to push out some buds. Our Kiowa, you can see right here, these are flower clusters. This thing is loaded with those. And I mean loaded. They're everywhere. And what do we got here? Apache. I thought it was a wrap up. It's Apache. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, these are going to be lots and lots and lots of flower clusters all along on the top. And what will happen is they'll bear and they'll start cascading down, and you'll have fruit clusters hanging. You can see here all on the top. It's our Washita. It's exciting. Exciting for people like me. Maybe not for 99% of the rest of the world, but it's kind of neat. Fruits of your labor, you know, trellising and seeing it come out. So yeah, hope you liked the little tour. I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.